much. Now I'll give the floor to the representative of the International Service for Human Rights. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. ISHR welcomes the High Commissioner's report on South Sudan. It recounts shocking and disturbing reports of human rights violations and abuses, as well as violations of international humanitarian law. We note with grave concern that human rights defenders, journalists, and civil society activists have suffered threats and reprisals and are in some cases killed. We are shocked and dismayed that women have been subjected to sexual violence and harassment as groups allied with the government are being permitted to rape women in lieu of wages. We echo the call to parties to the conflict to respect and promote the role of civil society, including by ensuring that freedoms of opinion and expression are guaranteed and ensure the protection of defenders and journalists. This recommendation accords with our own assessment that the space for civil society and independent media has significantly narrowed. ISHR and our NGO partners strongly believe that the harassment of independent civil society actors and the introduction of restrictive legislation severely undermine ongoing efforts to effectively monitor and report on the human rights situation in the country. ISHR strongly believes the situation in South Sudan calls for urgent action. We call on the Human Rights Council to establish a proper and effective monitoring, reporting, and accountability mechanism. These may include, for example, a special rapporteur and a hybrid tribunal court on South Sudan. We call on the Human Rights Council members to end the relative inaction and complacency about the human rights situation in South Sudan, where there is a blatant disregard for human rights and ultimately human life. Lastly, South Sudan voted in favor of the December 2015 General Assembly resolution on human rights defenders. We remind the government to adhere to its commitment to promoting and protecting human rights defenders in South Sudan. We look forward to South Sudan's strong support for and co-sponsorship of the Defenders Resolution being considered at this session. I thank you.